Hey everybody, Chomsky here. Feeling under the weather, hence the Udi, but just saw Nub's video on some of the new champs that's coming out, and kind of really pumped uh, for basically Hilvi. If you haven't seen that video yet, please do, because then you could understand why I'm so geeked on Tormin here and why I just want to showcase, just basically talk about him. Nothing too serious, nothing too like immediate build type stuff, but definitely, definitely a sexy champ that you're gonna want with Hilvi, which I anticipate that there's gonna be some Valentine's Day couples action with Hilvi and Tormin, and yeah, I think it's gonna go ridiculous. So let's just chat them up, man. Um, where am I? I'm trying to hide this. Sorry. So let's talk about Tormin here. Uh, Tormin's a beast. If if you're having trouble with wave content, then uh, you could easily toss him in to any type of team that you have. Really, he's a short, stout dwarf that you want to make as tanky as possible. Dude's defense based. He's void, so he's not going to weak hit. Uh, Notoriously slow, so like you definitely need to bump him up, and he's just there, man. The big thing with him is that his passive is that he's got a fifth of chance. Well, hang on, 30% chance, a third of a chance to essentially tosses a freeze on anybody who gets a buff or has their turn meter field filled. I mean that it's absolutely ridiculous. It's 20% uh, per enemy turn. So like honestly, you could just park him into your team. You can make him super slow. You can make him fast. Either way, there's a few different ways that you can build him out. So it's all about strategy. I have used him as a super slow, like no speed type of champ, and that just didn't mesh with me. Uh, and Basically, I was using him for uh, that passive of freeze, had an HP burner out there, and then essentially, uh, just a machine gun, and really that was really awesome. And that's why I have him in a stun set. Just so this way he's doing an A1 whenever there's a freeze out there and an HP burn, and they take a turn. So I want him to do as many stuns as possible and try to crowd control my way into a victory. So yeah, a four-piece stun, which isn't the greatest. Like he's not crit capped. I had him with a Mikage, Ashnar team, as well as Ninja just for damage. So that was my quad, and Mikage would give that increased crit damage. So I'm at 85%, and I'm okay with that. Like, really, I was using him as his A1, so that's fine. I'm not expecting a lot of damage out of that. More or less, it's just crowd control. So, okay, cool. Big on accuracy, decent resistance, which is by far maybe one of my highest resist. Decent speed. I really want him going. Um, yeah, I don't want him going first because I want to have that other team come out there, potentially do turn meter, potentially toss any buffs out there, and for him to have the ability to put a freeze out there. So this way, then I could have an HP burner out there, um, whether that goes first or not. Him with Saphirion is pretty awesome because Saphirion puts HP burn out there no matter what, so Stone Skin doesn't matter. So having him go in the high twos is a-okay. If you can't get 300, that's fine. Really, it's getting him with that passive that that is just really, really good. So you could have a stone skin, for instance, and having him be just that dude in the corner, you know, and just have him go nuts. Like really, really, really solid. Like he's putting potentially freeze out there, and then he's removing buffs and then putting, you know, like he's just attacking. So there is the potential of more freeze, or in my case with him, stun, and just going nuts. So that's why you do need accuracy, because you wanna be able to take that away, as well as you have provoke out here too. So yeah, and as Nub put out in this video, that he didn't realize that there is this decrease of a random skill. Like, yeah, you're not alone there, Nub. This guy too. But I we're gonna see a resurgence of Tormin. May not be in live arena, but it's definitely gonna happen. Because he's really tanky, comes back, and yeah, his second, like when he revives, it's kind of a drag. Like I don't think I've ever successfully done anything after I've revived, but it's just more just more survivability would be awesome. So, yay, new champ coming out there and helping out Torment. The flip side is that we may see that champ in like future incarnations of Dark Forest, of any type of content in the future. So that's gonna really suck. And really, I guess the workaround is toss out there a block debuff as soon as possible. Albeit he can strip it, as well as um, her name's Hilvi. I apologize. I should have made reference to that before, but Hilvi could do the same. But that's fine. If you have protection, if you have a solid protection set, you can maybe put out there, a black debuff and stuff like that. So that's pretty sweet. And I have him like I have him with Giant Slayer. He's like one of my few that I do have him with Giant Slayer. Just because I want that procking on all those AoE hits. And yeah, in all reality, it's all AoE. And then I try to do Spirit Haste on him, just this way he can kind of get a little bit more speed when he does revive. This, like, it's fine. Like, I could toss in Sniper for, like, but that's not going to increase any chances. Uh, it's not going to do anything with Provoke. So, no. And then same thing here, Master Hexer, it's not going to work. I could do any buff, but really, I don't think he's tossing any buffs out here. Um, no. And like block buffs and heal reduction, okay, cool. But I I don't necessarily need that extended. I'd rather have the speed. So, and then I have him with Gilded Dragonstone, just because it's, uh, yeah, I have him, with the provoke. If the freeze and stuns don't don't do anything, then with that provoke, he's going to get hit, and he increases his defense and he receives less damage. All right, and then chances are he's going to get crit hit if it's PvP. So okay, get more defense, which just means that it's 1%, and it goes up to 10%. So a pretty solid amount right there. Like I'm okay with it. Ideally, I would love to have 6,000 defense and like 80,000 HP, but I definitely veered closer to the speed element here, as well as resist and accuracy. So I think this is a pretty solid build. It may not be the greatest, and then I have temporal chains, uh, just to, in case that they're putting out there any buffs, just to decrease it. And I was really hoping to to grab the 6, but not yet, my friend. But yeah, this is how I have my Tormin. Really happy with it. Um, if you just pulled them, I'm gonna do this as the congratulations you pulled, but definitely build him out. I don't think he needs books. He is very book heavy, but I don't think you need to. I mean, here's 6, 9, 12, 12 books. That's a lot. Uh, yeah, it'd be cool to get that extra 10% on the passive, but yeah, I think he's one of those champs that you don't need to book out because that passive is so good. So get him with an HP burner, have those freezes out there, and then basically wait for that team to start taking turns. And then, he just goes nuts. The machine gun element is there. So let's see if I could upgrade this. I really don't want to. I mean, I'm trying to make some food here, but yeah, I'm okay for right now. I, when we talk about rankings and stuff like that, I think he's a pretty solid B. Uh, it all depends on who he's with. So with Hilvi, the dwarf that will most likely come out on Monday, um, the 15th of December, I think this guy gets bumped up to an A. Just by himself, really just a B. But if he's with, Trextar or, you know, Sulfurion, as I mentioned, any HP burn, dude gets up there to an A. Like, just because he's so good when he's with others. But yeah, still useful by himself, but just doesn't really, you know, he can't carry his own. He's definitely a companion champ. But anyways, that's what I got for you with Tormin. You know, just when you get him, you're gonna have some fun. All right. Until next time, take care.